Well, howdy there, Internet people. It's Bo again. So today we are going to talk about the marketplace of ideas. We're going to talk about the reaction of certain people to the news that many advertisers are, let's just say, not enthusiastic about advertising on Twitter since some of the changes have gone into effect. One of my favorite responses to this comes from Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene. And I know there's a lot of people like, wow, he just used her real name. Wait for it. Okay, so she tweeted out a list of companies that are alleged to have pulled all of their advertising. I'm going to be honest, I didn't fact check the list because it's Marjorie Taylor Greene. But the tweet that goes along with it is actually worthy of discussion for once. This is what she says. This is corporate communism. Corporations using their economic power to force their political agendas. They need to go back to the customer is king mentality, not corporations are king. Elon Musk opening Twitter for everyone's speech doesn't promote one side. It opens the town square and levels the playing field. And then from here it just goes into like a conspiracy theory-laden rant. But that first part, it's actually worthy of discussion. Let's start at the end. Opening Twitter for everyone's speech doesn't promote one side. It opens the town square and levels the playing field. The assumption here is that ideas deserve a level playing field. They don't. That's not a thing. They don't. Ideas do not deserve equal treatment. Some ideas are inherently wrong. They are incorrect. They do not deserve a level playing field with a correct idea. As an example, there might be somebody who believes that space lasers started wildfires in California. That person's opinion should not have a level playing field against, say, an arson investigators. It's not the same. The ideas can't be treated the same because they aren't of the same quality. They don't get a level playing field. Now, let's go up to this idea at the beginning. This is corporate communism. That's not a thing. That is not a thing. That's made up. Those are just two words stuck together that don't actually mean anything. Communism, historically, can be generally defined as the pursuit of a society that is looking for three things. It needs to be stateless, classless, and moneyless. A corporation's job is to make money. These two things don't go together. It's not actually a term, it's made up. It's a bad idea that doesn't deserve a level playing field with other people who, maybe understand how systems of government work, or economic theory, or general ideology. It's just not, it's not there. It's not on the same level. Aside from that, I want to point out that this list, I'm fairly certain that American Express, which is on the list, is not down with the abolition of money, of getting rid of currency. I don't think they're on board with this. I have never seen a statement from American Express on this topic, but if they ever wrote one, I'm fairly certain it would say something along the lines of, nah, man, that's totally uncool. It would mess up our entire business model. The idea that American Express is somehow supportive of communism is a bad idea. It doesn't deserve a level playing field with, American Express is a company that literally depends on money to function, and kind of class as well. because keeping up with the Joneses causes a lot of credit card usage. Another entity on her list, on this list that she retweeted here, is BlackRock. I don't know if everybody is familiar with this company, but if you took the most capitalist inclinations of every company throughout history and just distilled them down into one company, that company would be called BlackRock. Her corporate communist list here it includes one of the most hyper-capitalist entities on the face of the planet. It's not a valid idea. It doesn't deserve a level playing field. Doesn't even make sense. The problem with what they're facing here is that when it comes to the market of ideas, the marketplace of ideas, their product didn't sell. That's what's occurring. Their product didn't sell. In fact, it was seen as objectionable to the majority of the people in the marketplace, to the point where the marketplace was like, yeah, we don't want that here. And the market owner threw away the spoiled idea. Now, a new market owner has brought the spoiled idea back. And a bunch of other companies who have their products in that marketplace, they're like, I can't have my product, my idea, next to the spoiled idea because the spoiled idea might make my product have the same stink. So they're removing their products from that marketplace of ideas. That is literally what's happening. Companies are so aware of the fact that these ideas are objectionable to most Americans that they don't want their product next to those ideas. They don't want to be seen together. They don't want them associated with each other. It's pure capitalism. That's what's happening. It's not corporate communism, because that doesn't exist. Corporations using their economic power to force their political agendas. Apparently, she believes this is corporate communism. This is just how power coupons work. And she knows this because she's part of government. While this isn't a philosophy, ideology, or system of government, it's kind of close to one. It's kind of close to the idea of the state, through, I don't know, some representative, trying to force a corporation to do things in interest of the state. And by that, I mean the beliefs of the representative. That is a philosophy, like a representative trying to get corporations to do something in service of the state. If that was like countrywide, if that was the system of government, that would be fascism, the blending of corporate and state power. But that would only occur if it was a representative of the government trying to force corporations to do their bidding, sometimes through legal means, most times through legal means. Not a corporation dealing with another corporation. That's just business, just capitalism. So your ideas are bad and you should feel bad. That's why they weren't in the marketplace of ideas. The new market owner is pulling ideas out of a dumpster and putting them next to ideas that weren't seen as objectionable, and the owners of the ideas that weren't spoiled don't want their ideas next to the spoiled ideas on the shelves. So that's why they pulled their advertising. It's not communism. It's not corporate communism, because that doesn't exist. It's just good old capitalism. Anyway, it's just a thought. Y'all have a good day.